everyone, Julian here. So today I am doing a look using my new Serpentina palette from Kat Von D. I decided I would try it out and kind of do a look with it using mostly the colors from the Serpentina palette. If you don't know what it looks like this. It has a bunch of cool colors. There's two matte colors. These are matte. And the rest of them are shimmery or have micro glitter in them. You get a cute little pot of like glitter pretty much. It's just like gold glitter eyeshadow, not like pure glitter. So it's a really nice palette in my opinion. I've only used it twice. This is more of like a look using my Serpentina palette. If you guys are looking for a review, I will be doing a review on the actual palette after I use all the colors and kind of wear them out for the day and see how they wear on my skin. So hopefully you guys like this look. This is the look I will be achieving using the Serpentina palette mostly, and as well as some other palettes and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching and don't forget to follow. Starting with a clean face, I will be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Featherweight Primer as my base. Putting one pump of that on the back of my hand, I'm just going to distribute it all over my face as so, and then blend it in as if you're using a moisturizer. Don't forget your eyelids, your eyebrows, up where you're going to be contouring your hairline, and even underneath your chin. Next, with my Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation in shade 42, I'm going to be using one pump of that on the back of my hand, and then putting it all over my face like I did the primer, but this time I'll be using a damp beauty blender. And I'm going to run it under some water and wring it out a couple times so it's damp. And I'm just going to bounce that all over my face. And the reason I wet it is because it gives more of a real look. So it doesn't quite just sit on your face. It kind of blends with it. It just looks a lot better. And I like the way it looks. Next, using my Anastasia Dip Brow in shade Ash Brown, I'll be using a Sephora eyeliner brush actually, and the reason I use eyeliner brushes is they're a little bit smaller, more precise. I just like them better because I have very thin brows. And I'll just do my thing, kind of start with the top line, or the bottom line, then the top line, and extend that tail, making it nice and thin and perfect. And if I make any mistakes, I'll just go ahead and take my beauty blender and kind of smudge it out and make sure the tail looks good. And to get that kind of gradient brow as it transitions into the inner part of your brow, once I start running low on product on my brush, I'll kind of like pull it down and up. As you can see, I'm using it sideways, the brush, and I'll just kind of very lightly, with a light hand, just kind of brush it up and down. And that just kind of blends it into the center of your face. Next, I'll be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the original one. I'm way too excited about it. This is like my favorite product of all time. And I'll just be applying this to my eyelids and then just kind of using my fingertip and spreading that in there. Next, with my Serpentina by Kat Von D, the palette, I'll be using that kind of gold shade I just pointed to with a fluffy brush, and I'll just be pulling that onto the center of my eyelid, kind of blending a little upwards, as you can see. And I love this shade. It is so bold and I love it. After using Hieroglyph on the middle part of my lid, I'll be going in with this matte shade called Blood Milk. It's a red shade, and I'll just be packing that in to the outer corner of my lids. And I'll be extending it out a little bit, making it a little, kind of like a little V coming out of my eyeball. I guess it's my eyelid, rather. Anyways, I'm just using a little fluffy brush. I'm not really naming any of the brushes I'm using because they're all kind of just cheap brushes, but you can kind of just look at them, choose what you want to use. I'm just using little fluffy brushes because I still need to go brush shopping, so bear with me. And as you can see, I'm just kind of pulling it over my lid at the top, just kind of blending it together a little bit with this brush and bringing it down to the inner part. Next, using this darker metallic red shade, I'll be taking that with a little kind of pointy powder brush. And I'm just going to kind of put this into my crease, not quite doing like a cut crease, but just kind of darkening my crease line with this bad boy. And I'm just, I feel like I have way too much footage. Like, is this even helpful? I don't know. But there you go. Next, using this dark shade, it's kind of black with gold in it. I'm just going to use that same brush and just put that along my crease line, but not blending it at all. Just darkening up that line. And next, I'll be just grabbing a little bit of that fallout with my Beauty Blender, and yeah, I'm done. Nah, I'm just kidding. Next, you're going to take the shade in Light palette, and you're going to take this lighter shade on the side here, this nude color, and with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to put that along my brow and into the corners of my eyelid. Next, I will be using a fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of blending out this outer part and blending it all together. And my little trick is to go in little tiny circles, and that just kind of blends out the outer part of your eyeshadow. Next, with the Naked 2 palette, with this beautiful shade right here, I'm going to be just putting that into my corners just to highlight that a little bit more, as well as my brow bone, just to make it a little bit more shimmery and highlighted. Next, with my Kat Von D concealer cream in their lightest shade, but not the white shade. I don't know what shade it is. I'm going to put this underneath my eyelid and down my nose, everywhere you see. And with my damp Beauty Blender and the pointed side, I'm just going to pack that in. And this is almost like a highlight. It's not the whiteout shade that she has in her concealer cream, but it's the next lightest shade. And I love this product. I just got it. Next, with my Anastasia contour palette in their lightest shade, I'm just going to be using this color here with actually a smudgy eyeshadow brush. And because it's so precise, I love using this brush, and I know that's so wrong, but so right. So as you can see, I'm doing this little contour thing here, and making sure it's even, coloring it in, and then drawing some lines up just to kind of, I just like doing it. It just makes me look good. And then again, with that damp Beauty Blender, you might have to re-wet it. I'm just bouncing it along, again, blending out my contour. Next, with my Shade and Light palette and a Sephora little small powder brush, I'm going to be using that shade and just kind of contouring the rest of my face with it. And I even run it along where I just contoured with the cream section. And I'll just kind of blend it in towards the center of my face. And I know it looks wild, but I'll be highlighting and it'll kind of all blend together. And I kind of go in like a little 3 formation. I start at the top where I just went, bring it down, extend it into where I contoured, and then down along my jawline and then buff it out. Next, with my BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush Palette, I'll be using this white shade just kind of to set where I'm going to be highlighting. And I'll do it under my eyelids, down the center of my nose, and a little triangle between my eyebrows and my chin, and then down where I'm going right now. Next, with my very cheap but very good Essence eyeliner, the waterproof darkest black shade, I'm going to be just doing my thing, doing a little cat eye. I do this every day with pretty much every look because I love black eyeliner, and it just completes the look. Next, I'll be putting on some Kiss lashes. These are a little bit thinner, a little bit more elegant for this look, and with some latex-free dual lash glue, I'm going to set that on there and then let them dry for about a minute to get real tacky. So in the meantime, I'll be using the Soft and Gentle highlighter from MAC, and I'm just going to pack that along my cheekbone and the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. Next, I'll be using this Sephora Outrageous Curl Mascara in the darkest black they have. I didn't know there were shades of black, but there is. And I'm just going to be prepping my eyelashes for my artificial ones. Just do a very small coat. You don't need to go crazy on it. And with this Unstoppable pencil eyeliner, I'm just going to be filling in my top waterline. Not my bottom, just my top. Just to kind of darken up this eye and make it all seamless. Next, I will be putting on those lashes that have been drying for probably too long, but I like them real sticky because they stick to my lids real good. And I'm just going to be kind of doing my thing. I don't really need to talk much for this because if you don't know how to put on eyelashes, don't ask me because I don't know what I'm doing either. As you can clearly see, I'm trying to look professional, but I kind of just use my artificial nails to poke and prod them onto my lid. Next, with that same mascara, I'm just going to kind of do a small coat. I do this so they kind of coat together and blend properly. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to ruin your artificial ones. Next, with my Fast and Fabulous translucent powder from Hard Candy, I'm just going to be using a fluffy brush and just dabbing this all over my face to set it. Finally, with my NYX Soft Matte Cream, I'm just going to be putting this on like a normal person would. Honestly, I'm so bad at applying lipstick. My lips are so damn small that I have the hardest time making it even. So ignore this terrible lipstick job. And then finally, I'll be using that translucent powder again, just very lightly dipping that onto my lips to set them. This is a final look. I am all done up with my fake hair. I don't know why I had to make that so awkward. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you like this finished look. If you did like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to follow.